used to be a lot of reasons why I would play. And now I think it's become more of like an impulse kind of thing, almost a compulsion, where it really doesn't even become a conscious thing. It's more of to get to this kind of subconscious, kind of creative, mental kind of state. When the egg hits the pan. I was also considering just naming it All My Sisters Are Pregnant, because I have 6 sisters and they've all been pregnant, and they usually do it around the same time. And so it's kind of, and I was cooking breakfast once and I just cracked an egg, hit the pan, and when shit hits the fan, when the egg hits the pan, when you have a kid. So yeah, so I just made that up cooking breakfast. And then let's see, after that, Harvey Smooth and his time with Neil Young. Also from my sister Karen, who thought when we were talking about Neil Young's Harvest Moon that Harvey Smooth wrote that song. And so no one really knows who Harvey Smooth is, but he spent a lot of time with Neil Young. Like, so Carl Jung, kind of like deep grammar stuff. But I mean, started out with plenty of reasons, you know, and now I still use a lot of kind of triggers to get into that state as well. Like, been working with a friend, Kevin. He sends me photographs, and so I'll use that as the starting point for new material. But you know, initially it was, you know, chasing women, you know, chasing skirts, and you know, all the other reasons that any, you know, teenager picks up a guitar when they hear like the Velvet Underground, and kind of want to create a little noise and a little disturbance. But after that, you know, it kind of gets fine-tuned, and it just becomes so ingrained that it's not even, you don't even do it out of reasons anymore, you know. And reasons kind of, I think, frustrate my process at this point. So I try to just keep it on a subconscious level and let the whatever's going to come out get it, you know, have an avenue. And then the last one will be Know Nothing, and that's just kind of a bombastic thing. Then usually doesn't go under a title, so just figured we'd throw that one out like that. Likewise. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you.
Yeah. Thanks, Branden.
Salud.
Salud.